This is the safety eyes and nose that I'm using. I don't know what size they are. I just got this pack on Amazon, so sorry about that. But yeah, the little pink nose is so cute for the bunny. And then the eyes I used, let's see, is this the size? Not one bigger. Use this size to make it look, when the eyes are big on any kind of a stuffed toy, oh, there it goes. It makes it look like a little toddler baby. It makes them look cuter when they have little baby eyes. So now, and we're going to sculpt the face later, so don't worry about that. First, we want to put the eyes on. So here's the middle, and the other bunny, I put the nose pretty close to the middle. It's like, yep, maybe a little bit above it, but so we're going to put the nose right in the middle, and it'll help if I put my fingers in there because it's hard to push it in when the stuffing is there. Okay, there's our nose. Okay, and again, I want to kind of picture this. Here's going to be the chubby cheeks. We're going to sculpt, and the eyes. And they look closer together because we sculpt them. So they're actually going to be a little bit farther apart at first. They're going to be like about this. Take your time on this because it's a bummer if they're not even later. Okay, so see how that looks maybe a little bit farther apart, but when we sculpt this and pull these together, then that's going to be about right, I think. It's about the same from the nose. Actually, this one's a little bit farther. Okay, that looks pretty good. They look even as far as this is horizontal. They look about the same distance from the nose, so I think that's going to be good right there. So I'm just gonna see if I can keep them there. Pull out the stuffing so I can do this. Then you just take the backs. Snap them on. Okay, now the next step is for extra safety. So let me go get a fire source. Okay, so what we're going to do to make this extra safe is we're going to actually use a lighter to melt the end and push it, and it'll flatten it out and make it bigger so that there's no way it can ever come off. On this side it looks like this one's farther. Maybe it's just because I was in the way. You can correct some of that in the sculpting too. Yep, sure does look like I got this one a little bit higher row than that one. That's okay. So I'm gonna be careful not to melt anything else. Just wait till this gets a little that, and then push it on something hard and flat. Okay, a little bit more. Didn't do it quick enough, I think. So mash it down. And there, you see what happened? It's smashed down, and first it's see how it's bigger now? There's no way that would ever come off. Just that extra bit of safety. You know what I think I did? I think I put the bigger ring on this and it was supposed to be the smaller one. But that's okay, I can do it. And it wasn't pushed all the way on either. Okay. There we go. And last one. Make sure that's all the way down. Make sure you're not getting just the tip too. You want a little bit more than the tip so that whole part can smush. That was a good one. See, that one got nicely smushed. Oh, what's going on with my light? Sorry guys. I'm gonna change my light, looks like. But see how it's smushed? Makes it safer. Sometimes it can be a pain when the sun comes out. It was overcast and giving me nice diffused light, and all of a sudden the sun came out and messed things up. So, okay, so now we have our cute little face. We're going to put the stuffing back in it. And now it's time to make some chubby cheeks. Yep, look at this one. I did do this one farther away. I'm going to be able to fix that with sculpting. I'll pull it down and in more. But that's kind of a bummer. I think we need a little more stuffing because I want to be able to make some chubby cheeks here. Okay. And stuffing does tend to pack down when it's worn and used, so it's so tight that it makes big holes in the knitting, but not enough that it's gonna stay cute and pudgy. Alright, so I'm going to thread up some of the same chenille on my needle. Alright, I'm going to tie a knot inside and hide it in there. Sorry if my St. Patty's Day nails are totally obnoxious. Okay. Now I want to come up right here. And I just want to pull these eyes together a little bit. So I'm going to go back down. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the stuffing and come back over here. And I actually, because this one's a little higher, I'm going to go down a little bit and then make sure those are even, because that'll pull that down. Hopefully, I think it will. Okay, so that'll be more even when that pulls down. I can do other things to pull it down more too. So see, yeah, that's going to pull it down. And then we're going to go back because I'm trying to make a little bridge of the nose here. Do this kind of horizontally so it stays nice and even. Okay, now we're getting our eyes a little closer together and making a little bridge of the nose happen. There we go. Now I do need to work on getting this one to pull down some more. So I'm going to do, I'm just going to go down here, see if I can't pull it down. Let's try this first. Chenille is so forgiving. That's one of the great things. You can't really see your stitches when you make them. Okay. I don't want it to, there we go. Make a little thing there though. is the cute part too. And you can always do more later, but here's where we start to sculpt the cute little cheekies on the bunny. So all we're gonna do is we're going to take this piece that we had turned inside out and we're gonna push it back in. Actually, first I'm gonna thread the needle that's attached to this thread, this yarn, and attach it to the needle. Okay, now I want to take, this is in the center of this one, I want to push this through the center of this one into right under his little nose. Probably just tuck that one in later. To his little nose. And what that's going to do is going to pull that slipper in. We'll fix it in more later, but it's also going to pull the little mouth in like that. So now I'm going to go back in, either a little over or a little under. Let's see what I like better. Under. Go down a stitch and go back through the stuffing. And I'm kind of putting my finger in the middle of the other one so I can feel it, and then getting the needle through there. And now this should really pull in our cute little face. Yeah, we use this one for more sculpting. The eyes definitely need a little more sculpting as well. See, I'm just going to keep working until I get them look the little right. One thing is we got to get the cheeks, and then I may need to take a little stuffing out. So just want to try to make them about the same, but so far we got that pulled in, which is what we want. Don't pull it so it makes his nose look flat like I just did. We're just pulling it so it gives a little dent under the mouth, because we don't really want him to have a flat face. We're gonna poochie up the cheeks like this. So, and rabbits don't really have a flat face, but that just pulls it in. So I'm gonna tie this guy off in here. And leave a long tail because we can hide that inside later. But I like to always leave a decent tail on things because you can always weave them in later, and then it just gives you that extra safety net that it's not going to pull out. Okay, yes, I think, let me feel my thing here. Did I do too much stuffing? Yeah, I think I did. A little too much stuffing on him. Okay, now I'm going to thread up this one, and we're going to make some little chickies. It's going to help the eyes some more too. I'm kind of holding it like a ball so that I can see what it's going to look like. Okay, so I want to, here's where I'm going to want these cheeks. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit here and up to the eye and down there. I'm just making a little, and don't be afraid to like pull it out if it's not exactly what you wanted, but that is giving a more pronounced little mouth there. The other thing you can do is actually squish around the stuffing and put it where you want it. See, I just made a little bit more of a cheeky there just by squishing the stuffing in more. I see what I need to do here, but I need to do the other cheeks too. But I was saying, why does it look weird? Because the rabbit's eyes aren't facing full forward. See how that one is? These need to not be facing full forward, and so I need to put some here to pull those in. See, that looks better already, so that they're not facing total front ways. It looked weird. I was like, why does it look weird? Because they need to be facing that way. So after I'm done with these cheeks, I'm going to go here to here and pull those in a little bit more. And I think actually that's all I want to do on the cheeks. Might do a little bit here to pull this in a little bit more. It's pretty forgiving. You can just keep going back and forth and pulling in where you want to pull in and try to make it look like you want it to look. So now let me go down and finish this little cheek. Nice bloody cheek. Go up behind on this side of the eye because I need to pull those in. Okay, now that little mouth and cheekies look cute. Now we need to make these eyes not facing full forward because that looks weird. It's hard to get around the posts sometimes. I might have to. There we go. That isn't exactly where I want it, so because I couldn't get around the little plastic post. So I'm going to go back in right where it came out, move it over just a bit. Oop. Okay. And then I'm going to go back over to this side. Thing is in the way. I pull it. And now our eyes are more facing outward rather than facing full front. Thinking if they're facing a little bit more outward. Okay, cute. That looks about the same as the other. Well, no, the other bunnies are pulled in even a little bit more. Let me do a little bit more. I'm just going to go back around the stuffing a little bit just to pull these in more. There, that looks cuter. Definitely. That has a little cute face now. Okay, so I'm going to tie it off inside. And next up. Okay, so now we have our cute little face done. We're going to put the thing together. So we're going to match these up like this. And if you don't feel like you can get it in all the way, you may need to remove some stuffing if you overstuff, or just push it down more so that you can get this in there. Because if you don't put it in as far as the other one, they won't be the same size. So I suggest pushing it in there, putting a pin in there, get this all stretched out. Sorry, sometimes I mumble. I'm trying not to. And then you want to just kind of compare it to your first one. Make sure it looks the same. Yep. All right. So now the next step is to sew up the back. Yes, and actually I want to pin first. I'm going to pin along here, just at the back here and at this back. Okay, so we're pinning around here. Close to the edge as possible. Okay, now we're going to sew this back, but we want to sew it inside out because we're going to do a little heel shaping. So what you want to do is take it this way now and go like this so that you're doing it inside out. And we are going to sew this, but when we get to here, we're going to make a little tuck like that so that we have some heel shaping. So let me get my needle threaded. Okay, got my needle threaded. We are going to start out here, tie it, and we can hide that end in later. Okay, now we're going to go down and leave about that much so that we can do the heel. So it's about an inch or so. So we're just going to go back and forth because that'll give a nice flat seam and go as close to the edge as you can. Back and forth. Remember, this is inside out, see? Okay, now we're just going to push it like this through to there. Oops, I caught that. Oh, that's okay. Again, back and forth down this side now. Close to the edge. And work back to the middle. Chenille comes off really easy. Always losing my end. There we go. And going down the other side of this. Okay, and now we're just going to tack these, let's see, yeah, I'm going to tack these corners up just a bit. So just push the corners up and go through them a couple times. The chenille is so forgiving, you don't even have to worry about it showing on the other side. All stitches just get lost in the fluff. And that's just laying down nicely. Just fold that corner. See how this is a corner we made? We're just folding that corner down and sewing it so it'll be more flat. So it won't be a, you know, a lump or something that they feel. There. Okay, so you can see on the right side it looks great. And it has a nice little heel shape to it now. And this is actually going to be crocheted around. So I can tie this off. I'm going to stick that. Probably I'll stick that inside. There we go. So I'm going to take this and put it down inside. Tie it off. Okay, now I'm going to get my crochet hook and my skein. And I'm just going to single crochet around the top. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh, I forgot the fun fluffy stuffing on the sides. You gotta have a little fluff in the sides to make them look like those fluffy pantoufles. That's the word for slippers in French. Doesn't that just sound like a fluffy slipper? Pantoufle. So I'm gonna put a little stuffing on the side, see how that looks. I'm going fluffier. Remember the ones I had the kid seemed like they came way out around my foot because they were so fluffy. And they'll squish in time too, so you might as well start a little fluffier, I think. Okay, we got fluff. Actually, this needs a little more right here in the middle. Okay, now I will again pin this. And this. Make sure you're kind of unrolling it because it tends to roll. Alright, time for single crochet. Look our cute little bunny slippers. Check for a good distribution. That had a little fluff lump. The very back won't have any in it because that's a seam and that's fine. Doesn't need to be fluffy in the back. Okay, so I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to crochet around. Single crochet. I like the F or G for this. This is a 3.75. You could go smaller, but I think it's perfect. And I like to just crochet right over this end, or you can just stick it inside too. Either one. And just don't try to go too tight with this. Be pretty loose in your crochet because you don't want this to be so tight they can't get their foot in it. So you want to just be pretty. And that's another reason why you don't want to use a little small crochet hook. You're not going to be able to see stitches. It's just, at least I can't. It's just too hard to see in this chenille. So I don't worry about it. I just stick it through. any old place. Make sure I'm getting through both sides and kind of close to the top if possible. And I'm just doing a really loose crochet. In fact, you could do this with a G or an H probably, and you know, you wouldn't have to crochet so loose, but it's just not critical. Just keep going loose enough that you know that it's not going to be too tight for them to put their foot in. Or if you have to put 2 stitches in one stitch here to get it so where it doesn't have a hole, that's totally fine. It does not matter how many stitches you take. All that matters is that this is, because you can't see the stitches, honestly. So just make sure loosely going around, putting this guy together. Sometimes it's even hard. I have to put my finger in there because it's so hard to even see which, if I'm going through both sides or not. It just all blends together, which is the good and the bad of it, right? Because the good of that is that it hides your mistakes. The bad is, of course, you can't see where the stitches are. But like I said, right now this doesn't matter. Like this is a little bit of a stretched out stitch here. I'm just gonna do that so that it's not so stretched up. Sometimes you're gonna want to go through 2 yarns if it feels like going through one is just gonna stretch out and make a hole. It's totally fine. Like I said, it does not matter. Just get it put together. Do a slip stitch, and now you got a nice little top to your slipper. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it through, and I'm just going to feed this through. Get stuck in the middle somewhere. And we have our little, now for the ears. All right, for the ears, you really have 2 choices. You can just leave it like this, just tie this off, and I think that's a really cute ear like that. If you wanted a pointy ear, you just take this end and just tack that together like that, and that'll give it a pointier end. I think it's really cute to just have a sloppy lop ear like that. So that's how I'm going to keep this. So right now I'm just going to tie off this end, and I'm going to tie off this end, and this end actually it's going to be, you know, sewn down flat because that's where it's going to attach to the head. So I'll do this side, and then I'll show you how to attach. Okay, sewing on the ears. You're just going to put them like this. I like them down a bit. I just think it looks cute that way. See, like this floppy ear bunny. I like to put them down. Now you again compare once you make one, compare to the other. Try to make them, you know, the same. So up there. Oops, backwards. There we go. Just gotta see the ear there. And it looks like it's going to be right about at the eye. So yes, these do drag on the ground a little bit, but I also have to put the little paws on, and I just think it looks so cute that I don't care. They should be washable. I haven't tried to wash them yet, but I don't see why they wouldn't be washable. Though some of the fluff might come out, so you probably wouldn't want to wash it all the time. But these are slippers that are supposed to be worn in the house, so. Okay, time for the pièce de résistance, the final touch to our cute little lop-eared baby bunny, and that is a little fluffy tail. We're gonna sew it right on there. So in the interest of time, I'm not gonna show you how to make a pom-pom. There's lots of people on YouTube, they'll tell you how to make a little pom-pom, or you can buy one. And then we're just gonna sew it right on here. And then, well, we're not totally done because we still have the paws to do, but the tail is so cute. Super easy to sew on. All you're gonna do, attach it back here and sew through. Cut that too short. Cute. Okay, the paws. Here's our little paws. They're just basically a rectangle, and all we're gonna do, we're gonna pull up the ends a little bit, not too tight. Take one of your long ends here that you left on, hopefully. If not, attach some more. And you're just going to go around here, in and out around the edge together. Keep going all the way around. Could actually make a tail that way too if you wanted to. Totally could. That's our cute little paw. And we are just going to sew it right up under here. So he's sitting on his little paws. And then we'll be all done. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments, please. And I would love to see your cute bunnies. Take a picture and post it on my Instagram. I would love to see your cute little bunnies that you made. And that's it. Much love always. I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe so you can get more great
projects. See you later.